Today I thought we would bounce a few rocks because I've got some things to say, and I know you do too. And if you're struggling right now, I really feel there are some reasons, and if I can help validate them for you, then it'll be a good day. So you deserve better, and I've been intuitively feeling that, so let's talk about that. Hey y'all, let's talk in just a second. I'm gonna add another couple rocks, but there's something important I want to talk to you about. All right, wow, that's really close. So however you're feeling, hi boss, hi Plush, nice to see everybody. Now, I don't necessarily know you until now. My name's Max, and I'm so glad you're here. And I'm an intuitive, but also I bounce rocks, and I'm also a therapist. But what I want to say is, I really feel strongly that whoever I'm speaking to, you have felt very stuck, but you've been trying really, really hard. Whoever is here and I'm speaking, hi Red, happy birthday. If you're here, what I know is you have been trying harder than the average person. You've been trying harder than the average person. I know that as an intuitive, and you haven't received much applause. You haven't even received a lot of kindness in the past 6 months, especially. But what I know is, in case no one has ever said it, you do deserve better. And I don't mean that in a cheesy therapy way. I know that some of you watching here have had a lot of really complicated, abusive relationships, especially in the past couple years, and some of you had to leave those. I know some of you had to leave those, and congratulations, because that is extremely difficult to leave an abusive relationship, whether it's with a parent or a partner. And now that you've made this huge change, whatever it is, you might be feeling like, now what? I made this huge sacrifice to be, free, and now what? So what I want to say is, first of all, I can appreciate that, and I see you. And just like these rocks here, it can be so difficult to see your progress when there aren't a lot of people around to acknowledge it. But whoever I'm talking to, I know that you do deep down know what's next for you. You might be feeling really stuck. You might even be insulted by me saying that. Max, you don't know me. I've been doing everything. But what I want to say is, I have some very specific hunches about what might be next for you, which might be helpful. And so, for some of you, you might be going around in circles despite truly doing everything. And what you might be missing, if we could even say that, is you might be afraid to fight for a better life. And what I mean by that is, you might feel like you're already doing that, and you're just a bit worn out. And what I want to say is, that's understandable. But if nobody else says this to you, you don't have to fight for anything, but you do deserve better. For some of you, it's just about movement. I'm in the process of creating an online course of sorts about movement in our life. Spiritual movement, emotional movement, sexual movement, physical. And so here's what I want to say. If you feel stuck financially, if you feel stuck emotionally, like trauma just has you in this cage, like I want to find someone to love, but immediately I want to run the other way, and I feel chained by that. Or maybe you truly are working your ass off, but barely making any money. I don't claim to have the answers, but here's what I know about movement from years of being homeless, a lot of trauma, and learning that you truly can be your own hero. And sometimes timing is important, I think, but movement is the place we start. So what does that mean? You're thinking, Max, I have bills to pay. You're sitting around rocks talking like you know everything. Here's what I know about escaping trauma and getting out of homelessness and loving yourself and being a good person. La La Land High. Here's what I know. First of all, you want to take a look at what is moving in your life. Especially as a therapist, a lot of times we would figure out what's wrong with you, what's the problem, and dig down into that. Oh, you're depressed. Oh, you've got trauma. Oh, you're not managing money well. Oh, your physical health is impairing things. And I'm not undervaluing that. What I want to say is, what is moving? For example, if mentally you're feeling very imprisoned, you're seeing yourself pretty negatively, you're feeling confused, what about physically? Are you able to move freely physically? What about emotionally? And instead of drilling down into the problem, we can actually change our life by finding what's flowing first. What does that mean? Well, let's see what I'm picking up here. Okay, for somebody here, I just heard Chinese, so maybe somebody here is having Chinese food or you have a Chinese background, but what I want to say is, if you are feeling very restricted by your family, maybe there's very rigid rules, especially culturally, and you feel like, why even bother thinking of having a relationship with someone in a different culture or, being independent? Bear with me for a second. Can you move physically? Can you find a video? Can you find something that moves you emotionally? You know what I would do? Not that I have all the answers, but when I was homeless, and trying to make good choices, I would watch kindness videos. I know it sounds pretty cheesy. Hi, Flower, nice to see you. I would watch kindness videos while sleeping in an abandoned business. Not abandoned, but when I was homeless, I would sleep in this business room that wasn't used in this building and watch kindness videos. And the truth was, what I realized, there's only so many hours in a day that you can apply to jobs, that you can find, food, to connect with people. There's only so many hours in a day to work on your life. And at some point, we have to let go. So what moved me, rather than keeping me just in a prison, is I would watch these videos. One of my favorites you can actually find is, there was this small town where there was, that's what it is. That's why I got the Chinese message. There's this Asian husband and wife that ran this donut shop, okay? I know if you're just joining, you're thinking, what is going on? We don't know either. But there was this husband and wife who ran this donut shop for like 20 years. And the wife became very, very sick with cancer. And so she couldn't work. And the community knew about this. And they really loved this woman because she didn't speak much English, but she was very, kind. Justine used to watch classic TV. Okay. So what happened is the entire community would get up at 4, 5 a.m. and they would line up and they would buy out all of the donuts by 6 a.m. Getting, 5 dozen, like 6 dozen for their work. Because that way, if they sold out, he could go home and he could spend more time with his wife in her recovery. Zhao Sheng Hao. Oh, hi, Tristan. I don't know what that means, but I thought that was very kind too. And I know we can't always find that extra energy to go out of our way to help other people, especially when we're struggling, but a roundabout way to find more energy and to like yourself more is to find, what do you naturally do that's kind for others? Because here's one thing I do know for sure. When you spend time being someone you like, it is extremely healing. We end up making more money. We end up having better health. So my question to you is, when do you like yourself the most? I just heard Trivial Pursuit. So for some people, it's like you're really smart and you like playing board games. So when do you like yourself the most? Is it when you're around your cousin Becky and, you're eating pizza? Is it when you sort of close yourself away from the family and look up spirituality videos? Is it when you secretly bake things in the middle of the night. Here's the other part of this that I thought was pretty profound when I discovered it. We don't necessarily like people. So just bear with me for a second. We don't necessarily like people to a degree. What it is we like people when we like who we are around them. So think about that. This is something I kind of realized the hard way. So think about somebody in your life that you like. And if you think about who you are around them, are you funny? Hi, Queen Bunny. Are you funny around them? Are you strong around them? Are you sexual around them? If you think of someone you like, my guess is you like who you are around them. Now, if you think of someone in your life that you don't like, hi, Tusher, I'm in the US, I'm in Pennsylvania. If you think of someone you don't like, my guess is you don't like who you are around them, right? My guess is, for some of you, I feel like there's absolutely somebody here that works with essentially their high school bully. As an adult now, you are in the same company or in the same organization, and you don't like who you are around them. Because of course, somebody here I know crochets, somebody here is really good with animals. You might even have rabbits or something. Somebody here really likes to donate food or like make some kind of Oreo desserts for their children's class. If this is you, make sure you let me know. But when you're around certain people, it's like we can't express that, and that's what feels bad, right? Have you ever felt like you're pretty funny, and then around certain people, or maybe family, you're not funny? There's not a whole lot that you can bounce back from them. And it takes a very, very, very emotionally secure and grounded person to be around someone where they're not their full self, but they can actually still like the other person, appreciate them. Some of us can do that on a good day. And so here's what I know. Healing starts with increasing the number of minutes that you are the person that you like. For example, I really like when I can go out of my way and help somebody that nobody would normally help. I also like who I am when I can get really worked up to defend somebody who has no clue that, they're working hard, has no clue that they deserve better. I really like it when I can get worked up to protect people like that, because I don't always do that. I respect people, their boundaries. And so I also really like doing karaoke. So I try to increase the minutes per week when I'm doing those things. Because the more you like yourself in a healthy way, the more other people will, the more jobs you'll be drawn to, the better your health will be, etc. So, those are just some thoughts I had. Germ, I see you. I'm going to balance some more stones, but please put your thoughts in the comments. When do you like yourself best? Sometimes just saying it or writing it out loud can be helpful, okay? Alright. Let's see, let's pick a song. What feels like a good song? Put a song in the comments if you want, and we'll sing it. It's helpful when I balance rocks. I have read a little bit of Buddhism. Yeah, I don't know the German national anthem. Sorry. I don't know about that. You all could do this too. You all could do this too. Also, while I'm thinking of it, I am about to launch a website where I'm going to be offering intuitive readings and hypnosis videos for lots of different concerns, and I would love to hear from you. So if you're interested, you can comment below, and then I'll be putting a link in this after I'm done, okay? If you're in case you're looking for something a bit different. Okay. I love that. Fred is very lucky. Isn't it funny how they kind of find us in life? I found a stray cat while I was in line in the drive-thru at McDonald's, and this cat was on death's doorstep, kind of, and now he's mine and he's fine. His name's Jeffrey, so I love that. Fred is very lucky. Alright, y'all get to choose. What should be our final rock for today? We could do this one, or this one. Number 1 or number 2? What do you think? He's very cool. Alright, you know what we need? We need some singing, because singing stimulates the vagus nerve, and your singing will help me. So, let's see. How about stay? How about stay seems appropriate. All along there was a fever, cold sweat, hot-headed believer. I put my hands in the air, said, show me something. I said, if you dare, come a little closer. Round and around and around and around we go. Oh, now tell me now, tell me now, tell me now, you know. Not really sure how I feel about it. Something in the way you move makes me feel like I can't live without you. It takes me all the way. I want you to stay. It's not much of a life you live in. It's not just something you take, it's given. Round and around and around and around we go. Oh, now tell me now, tell me now, tell me now you know. Not really sure how to feel about it. Something in the way you move makes me feel like I can't live without you. Yeah, it takes me all the way. I want you to stay. Ooh, the reason I hold on. Ooh, 'cause I need this hold on. Funny, you're the broken one, but I'm the only one who needed saving. 'Cause when you never see the light, it's hard to know which one of us cave in. Not really sure how to feel about it. Something in the way you move makes me feel like I can't live without you. It takes me all the way. I want you to stay. All right, let's wrap this up. I hope you're singing with me. Okay, that's it for today. I'm so glad we could all connect. I hope this has been helpful in some way. Remember, in the end, everything will be okay. And if it's not okay right now, then it is not the end. See y'all soon. Take care.